everybody, and welcome to Let's Look at Microsoft Flight. This is a pseudo flight simulator that just came out on Steam. Kind of an intriguing release because I didn't expect it at all. I actually knew very little about this game until a couple of days ago when I downloaded it. So this just came out on Steam, and it is actually free to play. And it's like Microsoft's reboot of the Flight Simulator franchise. I believe the last iteration of it was Flight Simulator X, or FS10, that came out back in like 2004, 2003. So it's been like almost 10 years in the making, and they've really rebooted it as like a half simulator, half casual game. It's a game that you definitely do not need like a $500 flight stick to play well. So as I mentioned, it is free to play. We're going to get started here. But the free to play version, the content that they offer you is not very robust. I've got this one island right here, which contains some missions, some aero caching, which I'll talk about a little bit later, as well as a couple of planes, like literally a couple, 2 planes, that you can get in the free version. And then there's also this Hawaiian adventure pack that I could buy for like 30 bucks. But, you know, 30 bucks seems pretty steep. Last time I bought something called the Hawaiian adventure pack, it was from an Asian massage parlor, and it didn't cost me 30 bucks, I'll put it that way. But without further ado, let's get started. There's a variety of different game modes that we can play here. Let's see what, I'm just trying to remember. It's been a couple of days since I played this the last time. We're gonna start just by playing this Gold Rush mission. Now, basically, Gold Rush is just a challenge where you are trying to pick up as many of these tokens floating in the air as you can, and this should be a pretty good way to kind of describe what the heck is going on. So I am going to stick with the Icon A5. This is the one plane you get when you turn on the game in the free-to-play version the first time. We also have the Boeing PT-17 Stearman Deluxe, which I got for free by setting up a Games for Windows Live account. But we're going to start with the Icon here, because it is a very easy plane to fly. It's basically just like flying a car. Now in terms of controls, because this is what people really want to know a lot of the times for flight simulators, this might sound like sacrilege, but I am actually just using the Xbox 360 controller right now. And you know what? Honestly, I find it works really well. I mean, you can control this with a mouse keyboard setup as well. But I think because of the joystick of the Xbox 360 controller, it just seems more natural to do it this way. Oh god. Okay, I got it. And it controls really well, actually. Although I'm having a little bit of trouble steering here. There we go. So I've actually never completed this Gold Rush mission. I always, like... You can see you only get 3 minutes to do it, so it's a little bit tricky. But we'll see what we can do. So graphically, the game looks pretty good. I'm not sure if it comes, like, aspires to the heights of other fights. Oh god. Oh god. Well, achievement unlocked. That was pretty careless. If you're wondering what happened there, aviation enthusiasts, thank god we got the ejector seat. My guy doesn't even look perturbed at all. We'll retry this. I turned my throttle down too low and then basically just crashed. And the reason I turned my throttle down is because I wanted to go more slowly. I did not want to, you know, march into the sea. Okay, so we're gonna try this at mostly full throttle and see how it works. So graphically, yeah, the game I think looks pretty good. I'm not playing it on max settings right now, because when I did, it ran into some complications with fraps. But I'm playing it on reasonably good settings, resolution's alright. I think the water and like the ambient effects, the environmental effects look pretty cool. But we'll see a little bit more of that later. It certainly is not a bad looking game, but maybe doesn't aspire to the same heights as like I've seen modders get with in other flight simulators where it looks, I wouldn't necessarily say photorealistic, but very, very good. So I'm just going to try to pick up all of these rings. Ones in the forest seem pretty easy, but I've never completed this one. There's a lot of asshole gold rushes that are like right next to hotels. And I always end up crashing into the hotel and ruining somebody's weekend. I can't believe I didn't get that. Now, this plane is extraordinarily easy to control. You know, Xbox 360 controller or no. Oh god. And, you know, ignoring the fact that I had a crash recently. We got 2 minutes left and 14 gold rushes. Ah, I'm gonna miss that one completely. And this is why I lose. I like mess up one pass, and now I'm wasting 30 seconds just getting one of these, you know, Starfleet Academy symbols. Turn around. And I'm gonna make a pass at this. Oh god, get up! Pull up! Throttle down a little bit. I think I can make this, man. Okay, well that was briefly pretty smooth, and then immediately horrible. Like I said, plane is super easy to fly. Again, my guy just doesn't care. You know what, let's do a mission that is less likely for me to crash into a building. Because the game actually does have a variety of missions, even in the free-to-play section. So we're going to exit our mission here. And I'll take a look briefly at the different types of activities that you can do. Worth noting that by the end of this video, you're probably going to learn one thing and one thing only, and that is you never want me to be behind the throttle of a commercial airliner if you happen to like run into an emergency. So for activities, we have missions, which we have not done, challenges, which was part of that gold hunt challenge that I just did, and arrow cache hunting. And arrow cache hunting is kind of neat. Basically, what this involves is they'll give you a hint. Like, let's look at Punch Bowl. Okay, I want this lady to stop talking, but I'm just going to talk over her. So it'll first give you a hint, National Cemetery in Hawaii, then it will encourage you to Bing, I suppose you could also Alt-Tab and go to Google, and then search for Hawaii Punch Bowl, and then you'll find like an area on a map of where you're going to look for this, and then you're going to try to like plot your course and actually find it using that reference from the map as a reminder, or as a guide, which is actually kind of cool, but I'm not going to do that here because I don't want to open the Steam browser, which has a tendency to actually crash fraps. So instead, oh, not challenges, I don't want to go to challenges. We'll go back. We'll go to missions, and let's just try to do a landing. Actually, no, you know what? I do want to go to challenges. I don't want to go to missions because there's only like 4 missions included in the game, as you can see here. There's like tutorials, and then there's one wedding party. And that's just like us landing in the water beside a cruise ship. So I'm gonna go to challenges, and we will try to land Steerman. It's a more difficult plane to fly, to be absolutely sure, but hopefully they will walk us through it. Like I said, this is more of a casual flight sim than a hardcore flight sim. Oh, maybe they aren't gonna give us any tutorials. So I'm just gonna try to do this. You know, I played Top Gun on the NES. I feel like I can make this happen. Just gonna fly out here. Make sure that I have enough room to give myself, you know, a good pass here. I am almost positive that I'm gonna crash this plane into the water, but we'll see. You know, I'm not much of an aviation enthusiast or even a flight sim enthusiast, but I'm having a lot of fun with this game so far, despite the fact that I am absolutely, you know, 100% terrible at it. The only thing I wish is, like, I think there's so little in the game from a free-to-play standpoint. I mean, there is, like, free flight and stuff like that, so that's cool enough, but, okay, we're gonna throttle down a little bit here. I gotta focus on this landing. But I would love to see, like, some more levels. Like, I remember having the demo for Flight Simulator 10, and that gave you, like, all of the Caribbean to fly around in. So this is, like, not nearly as robust. Okay, so far so good. So far, not good. Okay, throttle down. This is going to be a bumpy landing. Throttle down to 0 is not what I wanted. What is that white smoke coming out of my plane? Adjust your rudder. I think I'm coming in a little bit too fast. Or am I the greatest lander in history? This is looking pretty smooth. Pretty smooth indeed. There we go. Slam on the brakes. I'm trying to slam on the brakes. I'm gonna go off the runway. I think. No? Alright. Greatest PT-17 Boeing Stearman flyer in history. So we'll accept that. And we'll do some more challenges, actually, because that's basically all we have to offer, because I don't want to show off the geocaching. How about Palulu Valley Challenge Course? Fly an easy challenge course through a series of hoops. Use a joystick or gamepad and perform acrobatics to earn extra points. Now, one thing worth noting is that these are all available in the free-to-play version, I believe. Yes, but they're unlocked by beating these other things. Actually, you know what? Let's do the Stearman Landing Challenge 2 first, because I did just unlock that. And then we'll do the Palolo Valley Challenge course. And then we'll call the video quits, because there's not that much else to say about Microsoft Flight unless you are willing to shell out, like, $30. And I'm not saying that like that disparagingly. I mean, I understand this game has to make money somehow. But I wish that there was more to offer in the free-to-play version. This is definitely still worth downloading if it looks interesting to you, because you know, it's a nice relaxing time. Like, Train Simulator's okay for relaxing, but I'm a flight man myself. I do not feel like I am 2,000 feet in the air. I gotta land on this? Are you crazy? What is that, like a drainage ditch? It's just a dirt road. Alright, no problem. No problem. Kind of a bumpy start so far. This ground texture looks pretty bad. But here we go. Coming in. Could have been better, I suppose. I don't know why it's playing the triumphant music. I haven't even landed yet. In fact, my plane may go over this hill. Alright, but I guess I will take that as a success. You know what? Let's do the third landing challenge then. I'll accept my score there no matter what it is. And we will play the Spearman Landing Challenge 3, wherever it is. Runway center of Palayu Airstrip. I apologize if anyone's watching this from Hawaii and I'm completely botching the pronunciation, but let's be honest, we knew that was going to happen. Okay, center line of the runway. I can't even see the runway. That's the runway? Oh my god, okay. We're going to take a little loop here so we can approach it from the side. Throttle down a little bit. So far, I'm pretty impressed with my flying. I mean, it's not like I'm tearing it up or anything. I'm pretty sure if there was anybody in my back seat here, they would definitely throw up, but... Okay, there we go. I think I'm getting better at this. Landing challenge, my ass. This is a landing... easy. The opposite of challenge. Okay. Gotta come down. Slow yourself. Try to keep your plane level. That's important. Perfect. Perfect landing. Okay, now, oh god, the wheels have to touch the ground for the brakes to work. Perfect. Alright, I'm probably the greatest pilot in history. Landed at another airport. This is probably the worst airport I've ever seen in my entire life. Now let's try this challenge course, and that will be the end of our video. Because I've actually not done this yet, and we don't. Why not use the Stearman? The Stearman is a more fun plane to fly, I think. The Icon is just like a little bit too easy. The Stearman actually has like, you feel like you gotta be in control of it.
You can earn bonus points by flying aerobatics or flying the course at night. You can fly the Stearman aerobatics mission in the Hawaii pack to learn the maneuvers. Also,
I don't want to spend $30.
The higher your score. Keep the throttle at full. The extra speed will come in handy when you need to climb.
Okay. Perform acrobatic maneuvers for bonus points. I don't know how to do that. But maybe I'll try fitting in a backflip in the middle of this, like, valley. So I'm having a hell of a time trying to descend here. But this music is jaunty enough, that's for damn sure. Okay, just dive. Jesus Christ. The one time I don't want my plane to stay high in the air. There we go. This looks like the time is right for some acrobatic maneuvers. Camera's freaking out. There are also different camera angles, like there's a cockpit that you can actually interact with your mouse if you choose, as opposed to just playing like a hardcore casual like me with the Xbox 360 controller. But, I don't know how to do that. Oh god, the camera. I'm actually gonna throw up. I am probably the worst airplane pilot in history. But it's cool because we got the Bastion soundtrack backing us up here. Okay. Plane, you're kind of messing with me here. I just want to throttle down a little bit and descend. Okay, that was easy. Why do you keep wanting to climb? I want to stay in the middle of this valley. Stall. Push nose down. And if I refuse... Okay, it's backflip time. Throttle up all the way. This may actually work. Oh god, I'm stalling. Apparently, I'm stalling so super extreme though, it's like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Alright, well hopefully I regained control here. Ah, it was easy. Alright, how many more of these do we have to get to? I don't know, I've already spent a minute, that's pretty crazy. I am quite obviously the greatest Boeing PT-17 Stearman pilot in history. If I could only fly straight, I would have a serious problem. Because that's not how I maneuver. Why does it say my plane is stalling, like push nose down? Apparently I'm going super slow, because you probably would have wanted to finish this before that first song ended. Come on. Come on. This plane doesn't go fast enough for me, man. This is some deadliest catch Alaskan storm shit right here. You should add like an Ace Combat or like an F-18 a Hornet or something. Okay. Looks like we got 2 hoops coming up next. Maybe he wants us to do a sweet-ass backflip and get both of them. Again, basically stalling my plane every time I want to maneuver even slightly. I missed that hoop? Alright, well, that calls for me to just cut the engine and immediately crash into the valley here. You know, I'm only 1,000 feet up. I would probably survive this crash. Oh, pull up! I don't want to die! Alright, so apparently there's no crumpling effects or plane explosions, which is probably not true to life. But anyway, this has been Microsoft Flight. I'm actually, despite the fact that I've been disparaging about this free-to-play model, I'm actually enjoying my time with it so far, although I will absolutely not be spending $30 to play the other Hawaiian Islands, or, you know, $7 per plane to upgrade my DLC. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.